All right, today I want to share with you what is possibly be the best dessert that you can make at home. And it's called a fruit pizza. You see here in front of me all the ingredients that you're going to need. First thing is you're going to need a pizza pan, preferably a non-stick one like this would work best. And then for the fruit selection, we're going to use bananas, strawberries, kiwi, and for pineapple, it's best if you used the canned version that comes in its own juice, because we're also going to use this juice later in the recipe as well. You're also going to need some sugar cookie dough, some cream cheese, orange juice, lemon juice, sugar, cornstarch, and some vanilla extract. So let's get started. So the base of the fruit pizza is actually going to be the sugar cookie dough. It would actually be best if you have this a little on the colder side to make it a little bit easier for slicing. The cream cheese though, smart idea to leave it sit out for a while so it gets soft. The softer this gets, actually the easier to be to work with. We're going to take this sugar cookie dough, we're going to slice it into thin slices and layer this pan with it. I do this every time I start opening this up. Make sure you're paying attention to the cooking directions on the package so that way you don't rip through it, throw this out, and then not know how long to cook it for. Now, I highly recommend that you start by placing it in the center, and then we'll spiral our way around going out. If you start on the edge and you work around and you don't have enough, then you have a hole in the middle. I'd rather have a little bit of the edge around, because when the cookie dough begins to bake, it will expand a little bit outward. You don't want to have a hole in the middle. All right, you just want to make as close to a circle as you can with the cookie dough. Try to evenly do it. It should look similar to this. As long as you don't have any large holes in there, it should cook pretty evenly. And that's step one. The next step is, according to the package, you're going to bake it per their directions. And then you want to make sure that this is completely cool before we start putting any of the toppings on it. Okay, we're going to put this in the oven, bake it 11 to 14 minutes. Just keep an eye on it. All right, now we're going to make a base mixture. It's going to be the cream cheese, a half a cup of sugar, and some vanilla extract. I'm just going to add that half cup of sugar to the mix. And it's going to be 2 tablespoons of vanilla extract. And then you just want to mix this up very well. It's always best to try to do this one by hand. All right, this is pretty much what the mixture is going to look like. You see these little lumps here. You just want to keep mixing it until you get most of that out. You don't have to get it to be perfect. You just don't want any big chunks of the cream cheese left in there. Get it as smooth as you can. All right, there's the cookie dough. Looks just about perfect in its color. You don't want it overdone and definitely don't want it too soft. Okay, at this point, we're going to take our cream cheese mixture and we're going to just evenly spread it out across the top of the cookie. And there's how it will look with the cream cheese mixture. Just slice up some strawberries. Another option you have is you can actually use frozen strawberries instead of fresh strawberries. They actually come out just as good. Next, I'm just going to slice up 2 kiwis. Next, we're just going to take and slice up this banana. Next, you're just going to take all your fruit and evenly distribute it on top of the mixture of the cookie. All right, this is what it's going to look like with all the fruit. Next, we're going to make the glaze. All right, now we're going to make the glaze. And for that, I'm going to take a half cup of sugar, cornstarch, your orange juice, pineapple juice, and lemon juice. Mix it all in a pot. And you're going to slowly stir this while heating it up on the stove. Okay, you want to cook this over a medium heat until a little thick and bubbly. Continue to stir. Once it starts to gel up like you're seeing right here, it's going to happen very quickly. Just continue to stir. It's going to turn into a gel. I'm going to lower the heat down to low. As you can see, it's getting this gel-like glaze. It's going to start to bubble a little bit. Then remove the fire. Remove from the heat. Continue to stir every once in a while, and you're just going to let this cool to room temperature before adding it to the top of your fruit pizza. All right, now that my glaze has cooled to room temperature, I'm going to go ahead and add it to the top of the fruit pizza. I always like to start in the center and work my way out. When doing this, I just try to work it out a little bit. You don't want to put it completely to the edge, as it'll continue to kind of ooze its way down a little bit. So just try to evenly spread it and give yourself about an inch or so off of the edge. Okay, so this is what the fruit pizza with the glaze on top of it looks like. So I truly do think this is one of the best desserts that you can make, and you'll be the hit of the party.